comfort becomes a cage, recognizing Allah's call for change. There comes a point in every believer's journey where what once felt like security now feels like confinement. You may wake up feeling restless, trapped in an invisible cage, uncertain why nothing seems to be going right. The things that once brought joy and comfort now feel hollow. No matter how hard you try, the unease lingers. But what if I told you that this discomfort isn't random? It's not just a phase, nor is it simply a matter of bad luck. It is a divine signal from Allah, a call to pay attention, to move forward, and to embrace change. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, doesn't always guide through miracles. Sometimes He speaks to us through life's hardships, closed doors, discomfort, and an unsettling feeling deep within. These are not mere emotions. They are divine messages pushing you toward a greater purpose. If you've been experiencing this turmoil, know that it's not meant to break you. It's meant to wake you up. Today, I'll unveil 5 unmistakable signs that Allah is urging you to move on. These are not just warnings. They are guiding lights leading you toward the peace, blessings, and fulfillment you've been praying for. Don't ignore them. Sign number 1, a constant sense of restlessness and unease. Have you ever felt like you don't belong in a certain place, relationship, or situation, yet you can't quite explain why? You feel emotionally drained, mentally unsettled, and spiritually disconnected. Even when everything seems fine on the outside, deep down, your soul is in turmoil. This is more than just overthinking. It's a spiritual alarm. Allah reminds us in the Quran, and we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits. But give good tidings to the patient. Quran 2:155. Discomfort is not just a hardship, it's guidance. When your peace is disturbed, it's a sign that something in your life is no longer serving your soul. Perhaps the environment around you is toxic. Maybe your current path is leading you further away from Allah. Or it could be that you've outgrown certain habits, relationships, or mindsets, and your heart is urging you to move forward. Your soul knows when it's time to leave. Don't ignore the signs. If a situation constantly drains your energy, dims your faith, or causes inner turmoil, Allah is nudging you towards something better. He is guiding you toward a life of true peace and spiritual growth. Never settle for an environment that robs you of your inner peace. When Allah places restlessness in your heart, it's because He has something greater in store for you. Trust Him. Sign number 2, when doors keep closing. Have you ever faced a situation where no matter how much effort you put in, nothing seems to work? You try your hardest, you make all the right moves, yet opportunities slip through your fingers. You apply for jobs, but rejection emails flood your inbox. You pour your heart into a relationship, but it only brings pain and distance. You chase a dream, yet obstacles seem endless. At first, it's frustrating. You wonder why life seems to be working against you. But what if I told you these closed doors are not a punishment? They are protection. Allah, in His infinite mercy, sometimes removes things from our lives, not to hurt us, but to redirect us towards something far better. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, beautifully said, "What has passed you by was never meant to be, and what will come to you was never meant to miss you." Every rejection, every disappointment, every setback, it's all part of Allah's divine plan. You might not see it now, but what you're holding on to may not be good for you. That job you desperately wanted could have led to hardship. That relationship you fought for could have pulled you away from your faith. That opportunity you chased might have been a distraction from your true purpose. Allah knows what is unseen. He sees the traps ahead, the dangers hidden from your eyes. and in His mercy, He closes doors to protect you. When a door refuses to open, ask yourself, am I forcing something that is not meant for me? Is Allah trying to redirect me towards something better? Am I trusting in His wisdom, or am I clinging to what I want? Don't waste your energy forcing open doors that Allah has firmly shut. Instead, turn to Him in dua, surrender your worries, and trust that what's ahead is far greater than what you're leaving behind. The key is patience. What seems like rejection today may be the greatest blessing tomorrow. Allah's plan is always better than our desires. Never forget that. Sign number 3. Your connection to Allah feels strained. One of the clearest signs that you need to walk away from a situation is when your connection with Allah begins to weaken. Have you ever found yourself skipping prayers more often? Feeling distant from the Quran? Struggling to make dua because your heart feels heavy and disconnected? Sometimes the people we surround ourselves with, the environments we immerse ourselves in, and the choices we make begin to pull us away from Allah without us even realizing it. Allah warns us in the Quran, and the true servants of the Most Merciful are those who, when they hear false and useless talk, they withdraw from it and say, to us our deeds, and to you your deeds. Peace be upon you. We seek not the ignorant. Quran 28:55. If you feel spiritually drained, if your remembrance of Allah has become an afterthought, it may be time to evaluate what is influencing your heart. Ask yourself, are the people in my life encouraging my faith or weakening it? Is my current environment making it easier or harder for me to remember Allah? Am I involved in things that make me feel distant from my Creator? When something or someone consistently distracts you from your faith, makes you neglect your worship, or tempts you into sin, it is a sign from Allah that you need to distance yourself. Your faith is your most valuable treasure. Never compromise it for anyone or anything. If you notice your connection to Allah fading, don't ignore it. It is a warning sign, a call to return before it's too late. Allah is always near, waiting for you to turn back. Don't allow the wrong company or the wrong environment to lead you astray. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your soul is to walk away from what dims your light, so you can return to the one who created it. Sign number 4. Feeling stagnant, drained, and emotionally exhausted. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the same place, moving through life without purpose or passion? You wake up each day feeling exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. This is not a coincidence. It is a warning from Allah. Feeling stagnant is a sign that where you are, or what you are doing, is no longer serving your soul. It means that you have outgrown your current situation, yet you are still holding on. Allah tells us in the Quran, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Quran 13:11. This means that growth requires action. If you're feeling unfulfilled, drained, or stuck, Allah may be telling you that it's time to move on. Think about the situations in your life. Are you in a job that drains your energy but doesn't fulfill you? Are you holding on to a relationship that no longer brings you peace? Are you engaging in habits that leave you feeling empty and distant from Allah? Allah never wants you to remain in a place where your soul is suffocating. If your heart feels heavy, if your mind feels trapped, if your spirit feels weary, it's time to listen. Your discomfort is not random. It is a divine push towards something better. We often fear change. We cling to what is familiar, even when it no longer serves us. But sometimes staying in the wrong place is far more dangerous than taking a leap into the unknown. Allah is not asking you to suffer. He is asking you to trust. The exhaustion you feel is not weakness. It is your soul's way of crying out for growth, for change, for renewal. And the moment you trust Allah enough to walk away from what drains you, you will find yourself stepping into the blessings that were always meant for you. Sign number 5. Fear of letting go is holding you back. One of the biggest obstacles to moving forward is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, and fear of leaving behind what feels comfortable. You may recognize that a situation is no longer serving you. You may feel the emotional exhaustion, see the closed doors, and sense the growing distance between you and Allah. Yet, you still hesitate. Why? Because the thought of letting go feels overwhelming. But here's the truth. Sometimes staying where you are is more dangerous than stepping into the unknown. Allah reminds us, and whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out, and will provide for him from where he does not expect. Quran 65, verse 2-3. Allah promises to take care of you. What if what lies ahead is far better than what you're clinging to? We often resist change because we convince ourselves that staying in a difficult situation is easier than taking a risk. But in reality, staying stuck is what truly holds us back. How many opportunities have you missed because of fear? How many prayers have gone unanswered because you refuse to make space for new blessings? How much peace have you sacrificed by holding on to something that Allah has been trying to remove from your life? Letting go is not giving up. It is making room for something greater. When Allah calls you to leave, it's not just about walking away. It's about stepping into the life you are meant to live. He is calling you to something better, to a place where your faith, your peace, and your potential are fully embraced. So take that step. Trust that Allah's wisdom is far greater than your fears. Because the blessings you've been praying for, they may be waiting on the other side of your decision to walk away. Sign number 6, repeated signs when life echoes the same message. Have you ever noticed the same signs appearing over and over in your life? Perhaps the same advice keeps coming from different people. The same Quranic verses seem to show up at just the right moment. Or you keep experiencing the same kind of hardships no matter how much you try to change things. These are not coincidences. They are divine signals from Allah, urging you to pay attention. When Allah wants to guide you, He often sends repeated messages in various forms: a conversation that strikes a chord, an unexpected setback, or a gut feeling that refuses to go away. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us, a believer is not stung from the same hole twice. This means that when a lesson keeps reappearing in your life, it is Allah's way of protecting you from falling into the same trap over and over again. Patterns are not random. They are warnings. Think about your life. Do you keep finding yourself in unhealthy relationships with people who hurt you in the same way? Do you constantly end up in situations that drain your energy and bring you stress? Do you feel like you are reliving the same struggles, making the same mistakes, and facing the same disappointments? If the same pain keeps resurfacing, it's not just bad luck, it's a pattern. Allah is highlighting areas in your life that need change. He is giving you repeated chances to make a different choice, to recognize the warning signs, and to step away before the consequences become even heavier. These moments can feel like deja vu, as if you've been in the same situation before, facing the same challenges and suffering the same consequences. This is because you're being tested with the same lesson until you learn from it. Ignoring these signs is like sailing straight into a storm, despite seeing the lighthouse warning you of danger ahead. The more you ignore them, the louder they become. Eventually, the consequences will force you to confront what you've been avoiding. Allah's repeated signs are a form of mercy. When Allah keeps showing you the same message, it is not to punish you, it is to protect you. Allah knows that human beings often need multiple reminders before they are ready to act. He repeats His guidance out of His infinite mercy, giving you chance after chance to course correct before it's too late. Ask yourself, Are you repeatedly finding yourself unhappy in your job? Are the same types of toxic people entering your life? Do you constantly feel emotionally and spiritually drained? These are not just life's random challenges, they are lessons from Allah. Every repeated sign is a reminder that change is necessary. The more you ignore them, the more intense they become. Allah is trying to wake you up before you become too deeply trapped in something that is not meant for you. The danger of ignoring the signs. One of the biggest mistakes people make is brushing off these warnings. We convince ourselves that things will eventually get better, that we can handle it, or that maybe we're overthinking. But ignoring repeated signs only leads to greater hardship. The longer you wait, the more painful the consequences will be. Allah's mercy is in giving you multiple chances, but if you keep rejecting them, you may reach a point where the lesson will come in a way that is much harder to bear. Don't wait for a crisis to force you to act. Instead, listen to Allah's guidance while you still have the choice to walk away with ease. Trust in Allah's signs. Even when these signs are difficult to accept, trust that they are leading you toward a better path. When Allah keeps showing you something, He is not punishing you. He is protecting you. The moment you decide to take these signs seriously, to listen, and to act, you will find peace and clarity in ways you never imagined. Because sometimes, the blessings you seek are waiting on the other side of the door you're afraid to close. Sign number 7, developing emotional resilience, the strength to embrace life's detours. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, things don't always go the way we expect. Doors close, people change, and circumstances shift in ways we never anticipated. When this happens, some people break while others rise. The difference? Emotional resilience. Emotional resilience isn't just about being tough or suppressing your emotions. It's about learning to navigate life's twists and turns without losing your inner peace. Allah reminds us in the Quran, indeed, with hardship comes ease. Quran 94 verse 6. This verse is a powerful reminder that every challenge you face is temporary. No hardship is meant to last forever. Allah's wisdom is embedded in every trial, every delay, and every setback. But how you respond to these tests determines your growth. Do you let them break you, or do you use them to become stronger, wiser, and more faithful? Why emotional resilience matters. We often believe that if we work hard, pray sincerely, and do everything right, life should unfold smoothly. But life is not meant to be without tests. You will face rejection. You will encounter failure. You will experience heartbreak. But these are not punishments. They are lessons. Allah sometimes redirects us through difficulties because He knows what is best for us. What you see as a painful detour may actually be the path to something far greater than what you originally planned. Learning to surrender control. One of the most powerful aspects of emotional resilience is letting go of the need to control everything. We stress ourselves trying to plan every detail, predict every outcome, and control every result. But no matter how much effort we put in, there will always be things beyond our control. True peace comes from surrendering to Allah's plan. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, demonstrated this beautifully. He endured immense hardships, loss, betrayal, persecution, but he never lost his faith in Allah's wisdom. He taught us that true strength is found not in controlling everything, but in trusting Allah in every moment, especially in our struggles. Seeing setbacks as stepping stones, instead of viewing setbacks, failures, and heartbreaks as the end of the road, what if you saw them as stepping stones? When something doesn't work out, ask yourself, what is Allah trying to teach me through this? How can this situation make me stronger? What new path is Allah opening for me through this detour? Shifting your mindset from victimhood to growth allows you to handle challenges with grace and wisdom. Every setback is an opportunity to build your patience, deepen your trust in Allah, develop wisdom and maturity, strengthen your character. Allah does not put you through hardship for no reason. He is preparing you for something greater. Mastering your emotional reactions. Emotional resilience also means learning to manage how you react to life's difficulties. When things go wrong, it's easy to react with anger, frustration, or hopelessness. But resilience teaches you to pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom. Instead of, why is this happening to me? Try, what is Allah teaching me through this? Instead of, this is unfair, I can't handle this. Try, Allah never burdens a soul beyond what it can bear. I will get through this. Your thoughts shape your reality. The way you interpret hardship determines whether it will break you or make you stronger. Turning to Allah in your lowest moments, resilience isn't about ignoring pain. It's about knowing where to turn when you are struggling. In moments of despair, turn to prayer. Seek comfort in the Quran. Surround yourself with people who remind you of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced trials greater than anything we can imagine, yet he always turned to Allah with unwavering faith. His example teaches us that true strength comes from relying on Allah in our weakest moments. True resilience is built on faith. Resilience is not about pretending life is easy. It's about choosing to trust Allah, even when life feels unbearable. It's about believing that every struggle is temporary. It's about knowing that Allah's plan is always greater than yours. It's about having the courage to embrace uncertainty, knowing that Allah never abandons His servants. The road to resilience is not a straight path. It's filled with highs and lows, detours and delays. But every struggle is part of the journey Allah has perfectly designed for you. So when life throws you off course, take a deep breath, turn to Allah, and keep moving forward. Because the test you're facing today, it might be the lesson that prepares you for the greatest blessing of your life. Allah's guidance is always there, but are you paying attention? Life is full of signs. Some are loud and impossible to ignore, while others come in whispers, subtle nudges in the heart. When you feel uneasy, stuck, or lost, these emotions are not meaningless. They are Allah's way of guiding you. But here's the real question. Are you listening? Are you acting on His guidance, or are you ignoring the signs? We often pray for clarity, for Allah to show us the right path, for Him to remove what is harmful and bring us closer to what is good. But when He does, we hesitate. He closes a door, yet we try to force it open. He removes someone toxic from our lives, yet we chase after them. He gives us discomfort to push us forward, yet we hold on to the familiar. Why do we fear walking away from what Allah is clearly trying to remove? Fear of closing the wrong door. One of the biggest reasons people stay stuck in unhealthy situations is fear. What if I leave and regret it? What if I never find something better? What if this is just a test and I'm supposed to be patient? While patience is an essential virtue, there's a difference between enduring for the sake of growth and staying in a situation that is spiritually or emotionally harmful. Allah does not want you to live in suffering. He wants you to trust Him. If something in your life is continuously draining your energy, damaging your faith, or keeping you from becoming the person Allah created you to be, it is time to let go. When Allah removes something, it's for a reason. Every person, opportunity, and experience that leaves your life does so by Allah's command. Nothing happens by accident. Perhaps you dislike something while it's good for you, And perhaps you love something while it is bad for you. And Allah knows while you know not. Quran 2:216. What seems like a painful ending is often the beginning of something far greater. Walking away is an act of faith. Walking away from what no longer serves you is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of trusting in Allah's plan. It means believing that, checkmark, Allah will replace what you lose with something better. Every closed door is a step toward the right one. You don't need to have all the answers, you just need to take the first step. The blessings you have been praying for may be waiting on the other side of the very thing you are afraid to leave behind. Will you take that step? Or will you ignore the signs, only to find yourself in the same cycle of frustration and disappointment? Final thought: have the courage to trust Allah. If you have been feeling restless, if doors keep closing, if you keep seeing repeated signs, don't ignore them. Allah is guiding you. Trust His wisdom, follow His signs, and have the courage to walk away from anything that is not meant for you. Because when you finally let go, you're not losing. You're making space for something far better than you could ever imagine. Final thoughts. If you've experienced any of these signs, unease, closed doors, spiritual disconnection, exhaustion, or fear of letting go, don't ignore them. They are not coincidences, they are divine messages. Allah is guiding you toward something greater. Trust Him, move forward, and watch how He replaces what you leave behind with something far more beautiful than you ever imagined.